Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Women's Wellness Network. Today we have Debbie. Debbie, I never even asked how to pronounce your last name correctly. I'm having a bad last name day. So I will just let you say that yourself when you introduce yourself. So maybe you can share a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I'm Debbie G, Debbie Gratitude. Straight up. I spark the G vibe. I am all about without your dark, you wouldn't know your spark. And Sliker is my married last name. Garcia used to be well, I have had a lot of names because I've had a lot of lives. I don't know, any of y'all ever have a lot of lives? I've had a lot. So Debbie G.
I like that. That's easy. I can
Um,
mess that one up.
Tammy, I want to stop for a moment for all you watching and going to be watching the replay. And let's just celebrate. Tammy, let's go into deep compersion. Compersion is the celebration and joy of another's accomplishments and their beauty. When we see a child dance, trying to walk, we're not like, get up, you dumbass, you fail again. We're in deep compersion over that child taking steps and that child walking, and we forget to celebrate each other. And this is the Women's Network, the Wellness Network. And it's just so vital right now that we as women stand up and empower each other. So I am just honored to be here, grateful. This is awesome.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
It's going to be amazing. It already is. I'm thrilled with how it's going. Right? Like the people that are coming on, I didn't know you really before this. We're Facebook friends. I follow you along, but you know, I know a little bit about you, little things that you do. So could you share those things with everybody else?
Well, yeah. Oh, well, I love that you follow me along. And yeah, we're totally Facebook acquaintances and we watch each other. And I love that. And I love the things you post. And so a long while back, many, many moons ago, in a cave,
Far, far away.
far, far away, I, so many things in life have led me to a point of a sacred yes to God, sacred yes to source, creator, whatever that is for you is all that matters.
I go by
My,
Gus.
I go by God.
Gus, God, universe, spirit.
God universe, God source energy, absolutely. So come all the way through me, gently showing me how to be a service in gratitude. And I want to talk like when people ask me who I am or what I do or any of those things, it's really very simple. I'm a human being doing stuff to be a better human. I haven't met a human yet that's got it straight. And if you do meet one that's got it straight or doesn't think they have it dark or any of that kind of stuff, run so fast your head spins. Not saying that you shouldn't befriend those you wouldn't normally befriend, but I am saying that there comes a time in life where you become so important to you that you protect your energy, you protect your beingness. You know that gratitude is a state of being. You no longer no, you don't, it's not about a thank you, you know? And so when I teach people things, I think it's more about how can we appreciate the things that we don't appreciate? It's called
Single
gratitude EQ,
gratitude EQ.
gratitude intelligence. It's a mix of gratitude and emotional intelligence kind of combined into one. Because it's been my experience that everything in life requires a new perspective. Everything. Everything's changed. Change is inevitable. We're all changing. So learning how to maneuver that is really the best thing. I mean, talking about who I am is really moot. I'm just a person who's had a lot of stuff in life, a lot of trauma, a lot of things, a lot of whatever. I am still in college. I have several degrees. So I have been doing online shows for 8 years. Those are the things I do. I've done a lot of things. I've had a lot of lives, like I said. And my current life today, who I am, is I own a ranch in Colorado called the Gratitude Ranch. And I love it. And I am a peace ambassador. So I work with Peace by 2030 and David Gershon. And in September, we're going to have a peace pool here, a peace pool ceremony, and angel speakers will be here in a huge event that is going to be extraordinary to help people to just remember who they are and have fun. You know, and the things I've done in life have all led me up to this point. It's like everything I've ever done. You ever felt that way?
Most definitely. I feel like that
Yeah,
every day, especially now doing this. It's like the culmination of all my
yeah,
crap has got, transmuted, and now it's like this beautiful thing.
absolutely. That's it. That's it. And um, so I'm a human. And there's a song by Rag and Bone Man called Only Human After All. And it's only human after all. This thing that we do as human beings about beating ourselves up because we didn't like an outcome or made a decision that created an outcome that was not meeting our expectation. And then to get upset about that. That's so human. It's so great. It's
It is
so
great,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
And noticing when it happens, that's gold.
That's such a hard thing to do. And it's a daily, every day, every day.
Well,
It's so
you gotta show up every damn day.
every day. You know, the cool part is that the remembrance of that we are living, we're breathing, all these things that I just really didn't appreciate as much. And now that I'm 56 going, I cannot. No, I love everything I've been through. The only thing anymore that really matters is you.
It's true. And we've got to come out of our little shells and we've got to realize what that actually is, since we put all these, things upon us and to keep us safe and all that stuff, right? And to find out who we really are is got to be that's that's got to be the bottom line.
I love that. I think the essence of who we are is always known. We just kind of get disconnected from our God source energy self. And whenever we're in disconnection, we are in illusion that these things are happening externally. For me, I've just came to this place that accountability is your number one go-to. Oops, did I do that? There was an actor named Urkel here, like in the States many moons ago. Oops, did I do that?
Oh,
The owner,
yeah.
yeah,
Remember him?
did I do that? Because here's the thing, Tammy, I'm still present and I'm still living and breathing. So apparently nothing I've ever done has killed me or anyone else. Oops, did I do that?
That's a good thing to equate it to, actually, because, well, people like our age are a little more probably know Steve Urkel. And yeah, we can relate, I think.
Well, yeah, because we're just human and we need to take it easy on yourselves, you know? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Not only that, but we are women. And let's just talk about that. This is a women's wellness network. And I want to actually, let's get into talking about that because listen, menopause and all these things. And I want to share some stuff I'm doing in that regard. So basically, I think we've determined Debbie G is about gratitude, teaching emotional intelligence. It's what I've schooled in, it's what I do. And I'm writing a book right now called Gratitude EQ. It's more of a curriculum than it is a book. I'm not going to tell you a bunch of stuff about a story that because there's the story is simple. You are who you want to be where you sit. But I'll be okay when. Yeah, but when is spelled W-H-E-N. It's not spelled, when is W-I-N. but I'll be okay when. My life will look good when. It'll be this when. No. So I hate to tell you, that's just not going to happen. But you're more than welcome to keep trying because I think that's lovely. And let me know how that's working for you. Say it.
It's true though. It really is true. We just kind of go along until we can think we can get along. But if you're not, got to do the work. You got to be president. I just said president. I don't want to be
Okay.
president.
I'm about all right.
You go for it. Yeah, you go for it.
President WG.
I think
Okay.
we need more enlightened, more open, more present, more aware people in those roles. Definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. I love that like Marianne Williamson constantly is attempting to do that. And I love that those are where we can actually see the patriarchal breaking down. Here in America, there's been a giant, our country was founded on our forefathers, so to I agree with you, but I don't know, she's attempting it, so somebody else could come along and kind of do it a little bit more so.
Yeah, a little bit different angle or something, right?
Yeah. It's what I know is this: when I keep focused on myself, self first is not selfish. And even in looking at a politician or looking at anything outside of me, it's not relevant to, it's quite frankly. The only thing I have in my life is the control over my responses or my reactions. Sometimes I react, and when I react, I can tend to really have to deal with myself because I have a lot of stuff that comes up, and I just have to, because I'm human.
That's the best
Sometimes
part about you.
well, yeah. And then sometimes I practice the pause and I'm like, I'm just going to practice the pause and respond. Here's the trick, though, about being all humans, all genders. It doesn't really matter, but especially with females, we have more emotions than anybody else. We are crazy. Absolutely. I don't know. Somebody tells you you aren't crazy and you're female. Look, we have the issue is, and I'm just joking. We're not really crazy. What it is that we weren't taught to manage our emotional nervous system. If you had a father around that didn't know how to meet that as a male figure and didn't know how to hold you in that space without making you bad, wrong, stupid, or any of those things, and if you weren't provided safety, chances are that could be an issue. These things come up though. There's many reasons, but the past is in the past. And I always get stopped by spirit when I start going into a story or a thing. We've all had trauma. Your trauma does not matter. We all have had it. It matters how you respond to it. Our nervous systems were not taught correctly. We weren't taught as women that when our moon cycle started, because my granddaughter's 11, this just happened, the sacredness of the womb, the sacredness of the moon, the sacredness of the emotional structures that happen within us when we are in that space. And when you have people around you who don't know how to hold space, and you don't know how to express yourself to get your needs met, sure as hell we look crazy. Sure we do. We weren't taught to look at ourselves as being first. We weren't taught that we are sacred, divine goddesses, worthy and deserving of absolutely everything. If y'all are waiting for a man to do this, just stop. Oh, do I have a lot to talk about this? But I'll just stop for a second before I go down this little rabbit hole here about our nervous systems, menopause. If you'd like to reflect on that, feel free on our nervous systems and whatnot before I get into that.
Before you go, okay. Yeah, I think that, well, that's the understanding, right? We are two completely different creatures, men and women, right? And as you said, we were not raised to have power. We were raised to be, you do this and you do that, and you go here and you go there. And those feelings that you're having, stop it. So, right? So now we're able to have
Squash.
it, right? Squash,
Yeah.
smash,
Right.
buried even sometimes, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, this is the part where we come in. This is our gift to be able to enlighten and help others discover that they're important, that they matter, that all that stuff that's inside of them has a purpose. It's not just there for, to make you nuts, to make you fear, to make any of that stuff. It's there
Right.
as a signal. And until we learn how to use these signals, yeah, our life is going to be difficult.
Well, you just said some very key words: signals. Signals. Tuning into ourselves and our signals and our nervous systems without, see, we've had these thoughts maybe that somebody said, you're too much, you're too this, you're too that, you're too, I'm here to tell you, yeah, you are. You are too everything awesome. Oh my God. Okay, so but the listening in and the tuning in to our nervous systems, especially if you've had trauma, especially if you get flared easy. I get flared easy, period. I really have to do self checks on myself all the time, but I want to talk about this. See, I was saying almost a decade ago, I came out of a very long relationship. I attempted to date a little bit. And it wasn't that there was something wrong with me. There was something wrong in the relationship connection and communication and processy that was happening. So I stayed alone for many years. And it has allowed me to sit with myself, and I couldn't blame my dog.
Yeah, when we look in the mirror and we see it's actually us, right?
Yeah, but I want to talk about that. What is it that's actually us? That my nervous system's flared? Yeah, that's true. That's real. Is it because I'm shit? No, that's not true. Is it because I can't handle my own nervousness? No, not true. Why? And this is it, ladies. Why? Why is this happening for me? Whether you're alone or not, you better go get alone. Go lock yourself somewhere in the bathroom, in your car. Because when you start asking yourself why, you're going to need to be alone.
And
And
best
the
work
reason,
is done alone.
oh, it is until you're in relationship. And then there's another flip on that. But the aloneness part was learning at the aloneness part. Taking myself out to dinner, taking myself out to the movies, taking myself to concerts, taking myself to events. I said the sacred yes to me. And when I said the sacred yes to me, then God showed up and said, you, now we're going to take this out there. We're going to say it. You're going to say it to me too. Oh, yeah, that's right. Unity. Oh, yeah, that's right. The mirror work when you are by yourself in the bathroom looks like this. I love you. And you may not feel it. I don't really care because I certainly didn't feel it. I had my self-confidence was shit after I left that last relationship. Oh my stars. I wouldn't get on camera. I wouldn't. I had a friend of mine, Bob Miller, who was the person who helped me create Spirituality Gone Wild. Well, actually, he didn't help create it. He was an inspiration behind it, and then he died, and that really was a hard thing. But the fact of the matter is that there comes a time in your life when you look in that mirror, and even when you don't believe it, you say it. You just say it. You just look in that mirror. I don't care what your stinking thinking is. You aren't, Einstein says you say you aren't going to get to a different location with the same mindset, the same thinking, the same processes. And if you think you are, then go ahead and do that. I'm not going to tell you not to. How's that working for you?
That's the wild spiral. Let me out, let me out.
Well, you know, that's the thing is, so another practice I do is called Taya, Trust Your Abundance. It's through the Stream of David with David Strickle. We've been doing this for years. And in that practice with the spiral, we learn to appreciate the spiral. We appreciate sitting in the stuff. Because here's the deal. If I'm still here, there's only one other way from the place you sit on in the stuff, and that's up. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you know, all of these things done is going to make your life just serene and blah, blah, blah. You're going to have challenges on a daily, but there's truly a method to the madness within the woman of us being able to start doing things for ourselves that are not, we were told we were selfish if you do things externally. I can't, if I had $1 for every time some asshole told me I was selfish, I'd be a millionaire.
Yep.
You know why? Because here's what happened is that a few years ago, all of a sudden I started realizing that self first meant self first, that there was no selfishness in us attending to ourselves as a female, as a woman, about taking that bath. It's about taking that breath. It's about realizing that we are getting older. If you're at this point and you're watching this, I know it sucks. Lord help me, Jesus. We all know it sucks. Somebody going to say it doesn't? I mean, I just went through a life-threatening disease, kept me offline for almost a year. I had calcium soaring through my body, eating away at my bones. The recovery process, and during the recovery process, I broke my leg because then, you know, the calcium and the osteoporosis because of the calcium. And, you know, now I have this new scar, and then my neck's doing this thing. And let's just be real. And then these hairs come up. I said, what the hell? Oh my God. And then, I mean, let's talk about menopause. And then it's like, it don't smell as cute as I used to.
This is honest and real. This is good. This is
That's me.
perfect.
That's me though.
This
This
is
is why
true.
I have, I'm about to make all your day. There's something called magnesium,
Yes. Yes.
but it has to be in the spray. You have to get a spray. What you do is you get a organically sourced magnesium from Amazon, and you spend $40 like I do on a bag. It's a large bag, and I bathe in it. And then I have a spray bottle that's one of those dark ones that and I do a cup of magnesia to a cup of hot water, and I melt it, put it in. I don't use any essential oils, nothing. I put it on my lymph nodes, armpits, areas of my body. And just do that, ladies. Just try that. You're going to smell better.
Well,
It was
that's a hell of a tip.
I swear to God, it is the coolest thing ever. And vitamin D. So you want to be careful because you don't want to ingest too much vitamin D. But the magnesium helps the vitamin D. And I'm just going to bring this full circle. We're talking about our nervous system. We're talking about our mindset. But the fact of the matter is there's physical things that affect us, our mental health, our well-being. Illness does this. And because I've been through illness, I use different things for my self-care and my well-being. One of them is magnesium spray. The other is vitamin D. The other is these vitamin patches by Patch MD. I am not an affiliate. Patch MD on Amazon, under $20.
I heard about
And
these.
here, patch right on your skin. It's methylated, number one. So if you're a person that has the MTHFR mutation like I do, okay, so you need methylated vitamins. You're not methylating your body. You're not doing what you need, which causes anxiety, ADD, and autism. So you might really want, I'm not telling you it's going to help. I'm telling you this is what I do. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just simply stating what I do as a past menopause woman. So the patches by Patch MD are killer. And it's made with a methylbolibin instead of a cyanobolibin, which cyanobolibin is cyanide. So we don't really put that in. Don't use vitamin D you find on the shelf, or vitamin B12. Oh my God. So those things are what I do externally for my nervous system. There's those things you, but I don't have any money, then breathe. Go put your feet outside in the dirt. But
Exactly.
but I love it.
There's always
You
a
know,
but.
yeah, but. It's a little, it's like a little character. Yip it. So I'm calling BS on everybody. Yesterday I had to have two conversations with two people who I just think are darling. One's my son. I had to have a hard talk.
Ugh.
You know what? They're so darling, but they're human, everybody's human. And we aren't doing anybody any justice by lying, because you don't want to tell them what they don't want to hear, because you don't want to upset them. I'm about to bust your ass. Not your ass, whoever's listening, because somebody out here needs to hear this.
Somebody.
People pleasing is the most selfish bullshit I've ever seen in my life. I can call myself out because I was massive. Being afraid to speak or tell somebody the truth because you're not wanting to hurt their feelings is bullshit. Really, what it is manipulation tactics so that you can control the situation so that you don't have to feel some sort of way. Just saying.
Yeah, it's a hard one to swallow sometimes.
It's a bitch to swallow, but this is the
Yeah.
stuff that gets you to the next level. This is the stuff when you start looking at it and saying, you know what? I don't have a yeah, but I spilled the milk.
That happens. Oh well, right?
I spilled the milk. And then you know what I did? I cleaned that shit up.
It's surprising, right? Yeah, it's not a big deal, and we make everything into that.
Oh, I do. I'm good at it. I can create drama out of nothing.
How come you weren't on stage?
Oh, I am. I am on stage. So I'll be speaking live at the end of the month in Joshua Tree, California at the Soul Good Campout. And I have been on stage several times. I have my
Awesome.
own, yeah, I have my own events. I speak all over. I just had some time off because I was ill, but your, I just appreciate your viewpoint,
Well,
your
I think,
observation.
well, you're just you've got so much life to you and vitality, and I think that's very inspirational. So yeah, spread that shit around.
I spread it long and hard, wide everywhere, that y'all take it easy on yourselves, because the fact is you're just human. We've all made mistakes. I've made more I've spilled more milk in my life than you could ever imagine. There's so much appreciation in spilled milk. Just look at it. You get to clean it up. Maybe you need some exercise. Work that arm.
There's always a positive thing.
Well, the people that yell at you that say, I am grateful, are the ones that are definitely not grateful. The ones that sit back and say, God, I appreciate you and thank you. But if you don't start saying this to yourself first, then everything's moot.
It is,
You're the most important thing there ever was. You're the most important being that ever was. There's trillions of souls, and we're here,
right?
and and breathing.
And doing some good work and connecting and loving people and having fun. Like we're supposed to have fun. It's not always supposed to be shit, right? So that's the point. Get out of the crap stuff and sprout and bloom and grow and enjoy. Because why are we here otherwise?
Well, that's it right there. Because you do need to sprout and grow. And that is why we're here. We're here to live. We're here to experience life. I spent my life running away from emotion. I spent my life running away from feeling what that felt like, except for anger. I was always really good at that because that's what I could shove down the real stuff, the stuff because today I'm like, I was a little pissy this morning. I'm like, why am I pissy? Because I had my feelings hurt. Why'd you have your feelings hurt? Because I took some shit personal. Why did I take some shit personal? Because I did. All right. Is it personal? No.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's awesome, right? We need to look at ourselves more that way every day, I think.
When you're upset with somebody else, the only course of action is yourself. Is it personal? And if your answer is yes, then you have some serious stuff. You got work to do. You got work to do. That's all I got to say. Do your work.
You were absolutely.
Well, the reason people are so afraid of the work is the emotion. It's sitting with the emotion. It's our nervous system, learning to manage the nervous system. The links that I will go to manage my nervous system are incredible. The coping skills I used to use, I don't use today. I've had all the coping skills. I've been 300 pounds. I've abused alcohol for a year and a half. I've abused pills when the doctors put me on a bunch of stuff. This is back in 2002, 11. I don't know. I was in my 30s, 40s. I've been through stuff.
Wow.
What I'm here to say, Tammy, is I swear to God, I swear, we don't have to live this way. You don't have to do it. Lighten up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, things can improve. And I know that personally too, right? Things can always get better, but you got to do the work.
You got to sit in it and find people. Find
That's
people who empower you.
that's what we're doing here. We're showcasing people. We're giving people options to see if they connect, right? Like if you are a woman that's what's that word? I was going to say radiates. That must be you coming off. You're radiating, and that's the word I'm picking up, and that's not what I meant. Resonating, when we're resonating with somebody and
Residents.
we can really feel what, their heart and the words that, not even the words they say, but how they say them. So I really appreciate you coming on here and being able to, share a little bit of yourself and show us who you are, because we know that we can go from this to that. We can improve. We can always do better. And if people would like to connect with you in any way, how would they get a hold of you?
I love that question. So you can find me at Spirituality Gone Wild. I have a show called Cup of Grata with a shot of expression and 2 squirts of reality. And Tammy's going to be on as a co-squirt. We're going to be talking all about why you have stepped forward your sacred yes. And the sacred yes really is the most important part, but say it to yourself first. If you're depressed, I understand. If you're sick of being on this planet and you wake up and go, why in the hell am I still here? You suck. Because I don't know, I'm sure everybody has felt this way one time or another in their life. There's only one thing that I've ever done that's really got me out of that space, and I have to be of service to somebody else. So it's very simple. Remember, without your dark, you wouldn't know your spark. And remember, very simple. Today, I'm going to choose to go forward with unconditional love to the best of my ability. Who may I be of service to? And gratitude. Who can I touch? And how many heart prints can I leave on the planet? And if you all do that, your life is going to be magic. Magic. Like Triumph's song, The Magic Power.
Oh, I love that song.
I love Rick Emmett. Come on. He's out there with a flying V guitar, just slamming that out, double necked flying bee. Cause I'm a rocker chick, you know. My events are rock and roll, spirituality, gone wild. I've done rock and roll winter solstice. We're getting ready to do a rock and roll event here. Tammy, I will give you all the information about this if you want to come and present here in the States. And we'll talk about that. We have a gorgeous property. Everybody keep your eyes open on 3/11 when we will be putting out the information to get on our reservation list, and on 4/12, which is Mother's Day here in the United States, we will be launching the ticket sales. So world peace, gratitude, angel speakers, Karen Palmer, Miss Kindness, David Strickle, the Stream of David, you name it, they're there. We are going to rock this like nobody's business. Mary Isis is, Johanna Beekman, Silent Disco. I live under the stars.
Awesome.
So,
Absolutely amazing.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely make sure we get some information about that when it comes out, of course. But we're going to put your information here. We'll tag it in the comments so that people can get a hold of you. And yeah, I guess we'll just leave it here for today. And I want to thank you so much for coming on, Debbie. That was amazing. And you have such a, I say this, I love the people that come on here. Man, we're doing the right thing here for sure, because wow, you guys just really bring the stuff that needs to be said. And, you know, I can say all the things that I want, but having somebody else say them also, or in a little bit of a different way, makes all the difference in the world. So thank you very much, Debbie. And thank you all for joining us on the Women's Wellness Network. And maybe we'll see Debbie here again sometime. All right.
We will.
Okay, everybody have a great day. Till next time.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.